Well, a very good afternoon. Thanks for clicking on to the December Outlook edition of Vogan's US Outlook. Thanks for watching if you're on YouTube. It just seems since summertime we have had one surge after the next of record-breaking warmth, really pretty much from coast to coast actually. But in the last 5 days we've seen the first major winter storm that, yes, we did see record warmth from Denver all the way to the east coast. Ahead of that system, we have essentially wiped that cold into the mix, wiped out the warm air. That's what I'm trying to get at. But what is interesting here, folks, is that we are starting to see a change in the evolution of this weather pattern. Up until now, there has been really very little cold air over North America. It has all been over the other side of the pole here in Eurasia. But what is going to take place is it does look as if the model is trying to lift that positive that has been so dominant, so relentless, so unusual to see for so long. It looks as if the models are trying to lift that thing up towards the north, allowing more negative to start developing underneath. I think we are going to continue to see a very active Pacific storm pattern, but we may start to see colder and colder air in the mix as well. It does look as if there is some uh, potential within the Arctic weather pattern that we are going to start to feed some of that Siberian air over the top of the pole, cross-polar flow known as, into Canada and essentially give it a bit of a boost. The cold that is building over northern parts of North America already, it may have an injection of Siberian air that will essentially develop a much more deeper cold pool over Yukon, over the Northwest Territories, so on and so forth. If we continue to maintain a strong Pacific jet, that has been essentially driving this warm fall season over North America. Because what we've got is we've got a warm subcontinental Asia around India, Taiwan, the Philippines, Malaysia, even into southern China. We've had a warm pattern, but on top of that, we've had exceptional cold and explosive snow growth over Siberia, and that has fueled some remarkable cold for so early in the season. And the contrast between the warmth in the south, the cold in the north, has then fed out over the Pacific. It has essentially warmed. Where that warm water is underneath that jet, we've seen warm water warming further, while further north we've seen upwelling because of the stronger westerly upper level flow that has upwelled the water and cooled the ocean down. So that in a sense has then strengthened the Aleutian low, and really for the first time in 3 to 4 years we've seen a very strong Aleutian low, and that of course has been keeping things rather stormy. The trough has always been held on the west coast, but that in turn then fuels southerly winds further east, keeping things warm. But it does look as if we are starting to see a change in the upper pattern as we push into the month of December. Like I said to you, we're going to start to lift that high further north. But it looks as if the CFSV2 has got a trough extending really from the Yukon all the way into the western half of the country. Now, if you look at the breakdown in the CFSV2 weeklies and the GFS ensemble, it does indicate more ridge over trough, and we are going to start to focus the trough and the cold over the western half of the country as we end the month of November, begin the month of December. I do think we are going to start to say cheerio to the warm weather. We are going to start to enter something a little bit more seasonable, and I do think that we could have the potential for a significant spell of cold following a big snowstorm into the middle part of December overall. I do think, given the fact that the East has had the pattern it's had, we've got record warm Great Lakes, we've got a warm Gulf of Mexico, we've got a warm eastern seaboard here. I think the cold is going to be focused more in the western half of the country during the month of December, and I think we are going to see a relatively mild December in the east. Doesn't mean that we can't get cold into the east, but I do think it will be of a more moderate fashion as the colder moves eastwards. It's going to moderate crossing the plains, crossing the Ohio Valley and into the east. I think any cold that we do see this winter is going to be mid and late winter, I think. But I do think we could have a significantly cold winter in the western half of the country this year. And I do think we're going to have some significant cold coming up in the month of December. But that's it for today. Do check out the written December outlook on the website. Thanks for watching if you're on YouTube, and do visit the website for much more information. Have a great day. Bye for now.